Merry meet and welcome to our stream, everybody. This is Ariel Gatoga, and this is a general reading for all signs for today, the 17th of December, 2023. I am reading today with this Gassman Tarot of Marseille. I think that was from the 1700s, redone. Beautiful deck. Let's purify with this Colonia Concentrada by Alvarez Gomez. 3 sprays in this big room is more than sufficient. You can find links to purchase these products in the video description of this very video on my YouTube channel. And this deck is nicely shuffled. I'm going to give this deck a nice clean cut, and we will see what's in the cards for everybody today, the 17th of December, 2023. Starting off with the 6 of coins, and then the 7 of coins. No, 9 of coins. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of coins. And then the 3 of coins. Very coiny. Look at, so those of you who don't like my busy tablecloths are going to have a heyday today, because it's hard to tell the difference between the coins and the design on the cloth, so I apologize. Okay, so it's a great reading, though. I love this reading. The solar light, that higher power, is really helping, or has been helping many of you to lift you out of financial woes and worries and debt and things like that, or at least the fears of those things, so that you can get your mind straight, because we know that nobody can do anything. There's no spiritual force that can do anything for us except for what it can do through us. So a lot of you have been, like petitioning to a higher power or calling on a higher power, and that higher power is helping you get your mind aligned to the divine design. And as a result of that, you're becoming very magnetic to prosperity. And a lot of the work that you've done in the past that maybe didn't seem like it was giving you any real payback, any results, you're going to see that if you keep going where you're going, you're going to see that really start to pick up steam, and you'll see the rewards for all of your efforts from the past. So it's a beautiful, beautiful reading for those of you who are going through financial questions. It's also really good for those of you that are going through health questions, because coins just represent assets. So whatever the assets that are important to you, your body's an asset, your physical assets, your body's a physical asset, your property is a physical asset, and obviously your money is a physical asset. I don't know how physical it is, because money is ultimately an idea, but you know what I'm saying. It's a very, very positive reading for those of you who are going through financial or health issues. So let's open it up and see what else is going on, or if there's any advice, because so far the advice is, looks good. Not really much for you to do other than stay with it, with whatever you're doing. Another beautiful 3 here. This is a very positive 3 of Wands. There's that 7 of Wands. And the Pope card. This is wonderful. Okay, so there's no real negative here, but the Pope card can manifest in not so positive ways. And I think what this is talking about here, though, is not so much that it's negative, but in the future where you're headed, it looks like you're going to get good, maybe feedback from your boss or from the powers that be. Important powers are going to be happy about your work, are going to be happy about your success. But at the same time, you don't want to limit your success just to that. So if your success is coming through a career, job, boss, client, whatever, you have to recognize that it's coming through them, not from them. Right? It's if that particular job went away, or if that client left or whatever, you wouldn't be just stuck, because it's not them who are responsible for your prosperity. It's you, because of all the work you've done. And you understand that your spiritual source isn't a person, right? It's the source of your life. It's the source that makes your heart beat. So that's the only thing that's, and I don't really see it as negative, but it's something that you want to remind yourself not to give credit where it is not due. Yeah, you're grateful for your job, you're grateful for your boss, you're grateful for whatever this source of, or this channel of income is, but it's not your source. It's a channel. A lot of people, when they get real successful and their success is limited to a job or limited to like one particular client, they get the idea that if that job dries up or if that client goes away, they get this erroneous idea that they're screwed. That what are they going to do? They can't replace that. And they don't understand that they're not, that those channels were just channels. And that if they can get their mind focused on the source of their income, then there's nothing for them to worry about. It's just time for a new channel, right? And that's what I want you to keep your mind focused on too, because I do see success. I do see a good financial kind of outcome for many of you, especially those of you who've really been working on that. But I do get this sense that you think that you owe your money to a person, or to a job, or to some sort of channel. Okay, the career thing here is very important because the career seems like it was going a little faster than the payoff, which is normal. You know, your career, like especially if you do a business and things like that. I was just talking to somebody the other day. Anybody who owns a business or has owned a business, you take a vow of poverty, austerity. Nothing comes to you. You don't have anything. You wear the same clothes for the next 5 years because all that money, it's not that you're sacrificing and it's so hard. You want all that money going back in your business. You want all of those resources going back in your business. You're excited that you have the funds that you can expand, grow. You don't want it for yourself. You don't need another handbag or another pair of shoes or whatever right now. You want that all to go into the business, right? So it's always understandable that the big financial payoffs for business people, the people that own their business, come later. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And it's actually a lot of fun. So even if that's not true for you that you own a business, it's true for you that whatever you've been doing to, for your work in the world that will ultimately maybe be a source of income for you, you've succeeded in that prior to the payoff. And that's normal. You don't want to question, well, like, where's the money? The money's on its way, but you're doing so well. You've done so well with your job or your career or whatever it is that you're doing. And right now, it looks like, even though you can start to see that maybe there is some income happening, there is a more positive financial outlook, you're also in the midst of an upgrade in your career, a turnaround, which is why you don't want to misunderstand and think, oh no, it's this company, it's this boss, it's this channel of income. That way, if you do have an upgrade and something else is open to you that looks more interesting or better, and it's obvious that you might want to change, you don't want to say, oh, I better not because I'm finally getting paid what I want from this person. You understand that the money's not coming from that person, it's coming through that person. And so it's okay if you have an upgrade. It's okay if you want to move beyond your job and go to a different job or a different company or whatever it is. And that it's not going to make you poor because you take your mind with you. And your mind is what's responsible for your success. Your mind is what's responsible for all of it. So you don't have a thing to worry about. You really don't. You're doing really, really well. Now, what I love about this 9 of coins is this is a lunar card. And we know what happens to the moon and the tides with liquid things, but we don't understand that the moon also has influence on very solid things as well. You just don't see it as much, but it does. The moon is a symbol, right? But it's a magnetic symbol. It's an actual magnet in our solar system. But what it does represent symbolically is that ebb and flow and that magnetism. And you're starting to understand that the ebb and the flow doesn't mean it's coming and going. It means that it's cycling into prosperity, right? That each cycle is a bigger cycle of prosperity if you play it right, if you get your mind right. So a lot of times when people get into these lunar cycles of prosperity, they think, well, the tide's coming in and the tide's going out, so my money's going out, and then I hope that it comes back in again, and then it's going to go out, and then it's going to come back in again. There is some of that. That is what we do. We spend, and then the money comes back. But we want that money to come back multiplied, so that when we spend again, we don't spend all of it. We continue to spend, and then it continues to multiply, and then we spend some more, but we keep some. And then we continue to grow and grow and grow. And so those cycles become cycles of growth and prosperity on that level, rather than just coming and going. And now these 2 3s here are represented by the planet Saturn. And Saturn is all about, it's about responsibility, but it's also about cause and effect. And Saturn you can't fool any of them, but Saturn especially doesn't play games. Saturn is not a game player. That doesn't mean that Saturn can't have a lot of fun, because Saturn can. Saturn definitely can have fun, but Saturn doesn't play games. And so when you start being successful, it's not an accident. And the fact that you're getting some success in your career, and then now you're going to be getting some success in your money, it's not an accident. It's because you've worked for it. So you deserve it. You really do deserve it. And you need to make sure that you're clear that you deserve the success. And when things don't work out for you ever, that's just because you're a human being, that will be the case, that you have a hand in that too. And it's okay to take full responsibility for your life. That's not to say that you're responsible for every little thing and that other people's actions are your fault. None of that. But what I'm saying is, you seem really good at taking responsibility when things don't work out for you. Now you want to make sure that you also take responsibility when things do work out for you. Okay? Because things are working out for you, and it's really beautiful. You don't want to give all that credit to this authority figure, whoever that is. No, you brought this with you. If your good is coming through a channel, thank you. I'm blessing you this channel. I'm grateful for you. And if you go away, there will be another one, right? So it's all about you and your mind and and what you've been doing and what you continue to do. That's why your success is happening. So you're doing great. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. And thank you also so very much to the amazing moderators, Suzanne and Sarah. And we will see everybody on Tuesday. Blessed be.